is Carl Brown for GuitarLessons365.com. Have a very, very fun one today, and pretty easy to play as well. We're going to check out Fight for Your Right to Party by the Beastie Boys. This one is a lot. I've played this in cover bands. I always ended the set with it. It was just a blast. People were just like crowd surfing and going nuts. It's a really fun track to play. And like I said, if you don't have a lot of experience playing guitar, this is probably one you're still going to be able to bang out pretty quickly. And even the solo is done by Kerry King. How cool is that? So I'm going to cover all of it, just the solo and the riffs and everything. So please stay tuned. But before I get into it, please subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and ring that notification bell so you'll know when I release a new video. And very important, very, very, very important here. If you like what I do here on YouTube and you want to support it in any way possible, please join my academy. That's the best way to do it. You'll see a link in the description below to the academy. The academy contains all of my guitar courses, from complete beginner courses to more advanced courses on technique, improvisation, ear training, theory, guitar tone, many different styles. Plus you get individualized support from me. So if you click that link in the description, you'll get a free 7-day trial to it just to check it out and see how you like it. And like I said, it's the best way not only to support what I do here on YouTube, but well, first of all, it's the only way really. I can't survive without my academy. So being a member of my academy helps the YouTube stuff exist as well. So let's jump into this song though. All right, so we're up to down a half step. So we're in E flat standard. So every string on your guitar needs to be tuned down a half step from standard. So that means the low 6th string becomes an E flat, then the A string becomes an A flat, D string becomes a D flat, G becomes a G flat, B becomes B flat, E becomes E flat. So hopefully you know how to do that. And then we have this intro, which when you do that, everybody knows what's coming in the crowd. It's what's funny. It's just like a little, people know exactly what they're about to experience. So all that intro really is you hit the low E string muted real quick, and then hit the A power chord. So an A power chord is the open A string along with the 2nd fret on the D and the G. So it is. Then you kick it. All right, so now that riff right there, you can start with that A power chord that we did before. I like to kind of hit that with a couple of down, up, like that. And then you're gonna go to full major chords now, not power chords. Now what it is, it's a C major chord and a D major chord. Obviously we're 2 9.5 steps, so D flat instead of D, but don't worry about that. We're just in, we'll just call it A, C, and D. So that is the 3rd fret on the A string, along with the 5th fret on the D, G, and the B. So most people probably want to play that like this, where they take their ring finger and bar across those 3 strings. And then make sure you add that 3rd fret on the A string. I like to use my pinky. Just because I like to abuse myself from time to time. So that, you don't have to do it like that. Or you can play it like this, no bar at all, but it's kind of a stretch. So anyway, you play that chord, C major, and then just move it up 2 frets to the 5th fret, same chord. So just, hit each one of those once, then back, hit that A twice. Now this ending, which is at the very last time of playing the riff, you're going to go and do something different. So it starts with that A again. But then when you get to that C major chord, you're going to shift down here and go. So that's just, after that C, instead of going up to the D, you'll do a little transition to get to the verse. So, and that's straight from that C, jump over here and play the low E string open, then the 3rd fret on the low E, then back to the low E open. And then play the A power chord. So play this. All right, so when you get to that A power chord, now that's the beginning of the verse. So there's like... All right, so from that A chord, you hit that A power chord, and then it's just downstroke, kind of an 8th note feel downstrokes here on the open A string. So just going to mute the string down here with your palm, kind of palm muting it, and just kind of chugging on that A string there. So we have this. And then it goes to that main riff that we started the song with. It plays that a couple times. And then back. So the verse is basically that chord hit, and then with just kind of just the open A string, palm muted for a little bit. And then the riff that we covered at the beginning done twice. Then just repeat all that. Do it like 4 times, except that 4th time, instead of doing this twice, it goes and just goes back to the A and stops on it. So it kind of stops suddenly at the very end. So, and then, you gotta fight for the right. All right, so that chorus right there, you're going to now jump up to that D chord that you were playing at the 5th fret. So the same chords, nothing new here. Oh, you're right. So it's just kind of there's no chorus for a second. You gotta fight. Hit that D chord twice, and then you're going to hit it 2 more times real quick. So you gotta fight. Oh, you're right. So after I hit that twice, I hit the low E string real quick, muted, and then we're back to that main riff. So it's kind of like this. You gotta fight, oh, you're right. So right there, the kind of second half of that, when it went into that main riff there, kind of like the intro, where we're just kind of making that play that main riff, and we had that same transition back to the verse, that little. So it's pretty much just like the intro. It's like the second half of the chorus there was just like the intro, and then we're back to the same verse and chorus again. All right, now we have this new riff that kind of takes us into the solo, and this riff is very easy too, and it happens later on in the song as well. It looks like this. So pretty easy there. It's a good tension builder though. So we're basically taking the 3rd fret on the low E string, kind of bending it up, pull off to the open E string, and then hit the E power chord after that, which is the open E string and then the 2nd fret on the A string. So we basically do that riff like 4 times. So like I said, pretty simple stuff. And then we have Kerry King solo, which is a unique solo, but it's like one of those things where most people know it, can just hum it. So that shows you right there, it's a classic solo. So you gotta learn it. So it's kind of awkward to get exactly right. There's a lot of little whammy bar stuff going on with it too. So I'm gonna play through it real quick, and then I'll show you how to play it note for note. Here we go. All right, so we're going to be starting here with at the 20th fret on the B string. And what you're doing here is you're doing some bends there. So just a whole step bend and release at the 20th fret on the B. But while you do that, you add some kind of pretty aggressive whammy. So just kind of really kind of rock the whammy bar there quite a bit. And that will get you that sound. So you can still hear the note going, kind of ascending and descending it. And this could be kind of hard to pick up because of the whammy bar stuff, but that's what's going on. And then you're going to pick that 20th fret without the whammy bar on it. And then, so that is the double stops here. You're going to play the note on the 17th fret on the G and the B together. Then the 19th fret on the G and the B together. Then back to the 17th. And then back to the 19th. So, and then you just bend them up. So just like. So then you're gonna bend the 19th fret on the G string again. So far we have this. So you see right there, when I did that bend at the 19th fret on the G string, I kind of bent it up real quick, then back down, and then bent it up slow. So after, so just like that. So you gotta do those double stops, then bending those double stops, and then you do that bend on the 19, that bend and release, and then back up. All right, now here we have this. So that starts with, you can hammer on 17 to 19 on the A string. Those two notes sound a little bit weaker than the other ones, so he might be just hammering them on, doing a little hammer. So we have like 17 to 19 on the A, and then you're gonna play 17, 18, 19 on the D string, then 17, 19, 17 on the G. Into a bend at the 19th fret on the G, and then 19, 17. So with this. All right, and then we're going to end the solo like this. Sorry, I forgot the bar. Like this. So that's up here at the 20th fret. You can, however you want to play this, if you want to just kind of use like 20, 19, 17 to just pull off with those fingers, kind of like using my pinky up here. So we're going to play 20, pull off 19, pull off to 17, kind of pretty quick. And then come over to 20 and 17 on the B string, and then back to 20 and 17 again. And then back to that 20, and then end the solo with a bend at the 20th fret there on the B with some vibrato bar. So all together for the solo, looks like this. All right, now, so coming out of that solo, we just have the verse riff, same verse riff as before, the same chorus riff of again. So the same riffs we've covered already, and then we go back into that same kind of alternate riff that they added. Then we're back to the. It's kind of like that main riff that we played at the beginning of the song, but they're doing the chorus over it. And then that same ending. So that's just like the intro of the song there. It's that riff that's going on, but they're kind of singing the chorus over it. Or a semblance to kind of an additional chorus, a little outro thing they're doing. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, it's pretty simple. The riffs are pretty simple, and even the solo is pretty attainable for most level guitar players. So it's a classic track, and I've had some of my funnest performance experiences of my life are actually playing this song to a club full of drunk people. This is what you bring out, and I don't care if you're an original band or a cover band. Put that thing out there at the end of the show as soon as everybody's nice and tipsy, and it's a lot of fun. All right, hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com.